Maybe if we can get you guys up here sometime in the spring, you can help me convince my mom to just drill a hole in the damn floor.
Sure, it won't be that hard. She's probably just reluctant because you're probably the first person who suggested it to her. It's probably just a weird
I
idea.
moved into the house literally like 3 months after she moved into the house, so it's not like she had been here all that long before I moved in. She just doesn't want to drill holes in her floor.
It wouldn't even be a big hole. It wouldn't compromise structural foundation in any sort of way. It'd be easy to conceal. Easily reparable.
I'm not doubting it. She didn't want me to drill a hole in her floor.
I mean, in that case, just cut a hole in the wall, and there you can put a faceplate on it. It looks just like a cable faceplate.
Yeah, it looked very professional. In fact, it wouldn't be so different from how it's actually done if you hire somebody.
Yeah, that's literally how it would be done. They would they would go inside the wall, take an extension on a drill it straight down from the inside the wall into the basement, and there you go. You can just pop it and move it above your drop ceiling at that point.
If you had the tools, I feel like half of us could probably do it. It's not even that hard.
I could do it, but it is what it is. Either way, let us get on that D&D. I'm tired.
Well, in this case, you probably won't be starting next week, Man Bear. So, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's my bad. I know I missed a couple weeks.
You even had prep time.
I do apologize for that.
I mean, you missed a couple. I missed a couple. Just not going to get done by the end of the year.
This ain't a race. Nobody's really bothered by it.
All right. We ready to get going?
Yep.
I have plans for you guys, and that means nothing. All right. So, welcome everyone to another episode of AED&D, brought to you, or the Guild of Brockheart, brought to you by AED&D. I'm Rusty. Been what, 4 weeks? Jesus.
Jeez. It doesn't feel like it.
Close enough. It's been like 3, but yeah.
Well, I think we played 1 week in the middle there.
No, it was the first week that I remember. Anyways, yeah, you're here with Donnie Danger, the Man Bear, and Carnivorous Splurgen. And we have... I don't have any announcements. Things are already passed. New Year's is around the corner, so happy New Year's. Almost done with the Guild of Brockheart, and I'm going to be switching over to the Tales of Barntome. Other than that, I think that's the biggest thing is got like 2 sessions probably left, and then depends on how much you guys draw at roleplay, but give you some breadcrumbs on what we're going to do next time, or when we start season 3, and then that'll be about it for me.
Well, don't underestimate my ability to draw a meaningless scenario.
Yeah, I calculated that in there. It's when you don't draw out a meaningless scenario that throws me for a loop. I'm like, oh shit, this interaction was supposed to last 20 minutes. Why is it only 5?
Because we decided not to do the smart thing.
So, yeah. You guys ready for a recap now?
Yes, please.
Alright, so the last time on the Guild of Brockheart, adventurers were in Alexandria. Donnie discussed some things with the council, and the dragon handed him the seal of Brockheart, or the Night Seal of Brockheart. Went back to discuss the things with the group, and then they headed on out in the morning, since Gnomeface wasn't going to be able to see the dragon the next day because the dragon flew off. Furthermore, they proceeded to adventure out of Alexandria, and then they hit a fork, and the two options were to head to a cemetery or to a bandit town. That sounds like low-level bandit, like low-level fodder. Something pulled Gnome Face into that direction. No one was very particular on where they want to go, so they decided to go to the bandit town. And when they got there, they all received a warning saying, or like an error message apologizing that it will be fixed in the next update, but due to someone absolutely obliterating it and create a bug, the bandit town is no longer available for quests and stuff.
Not sure what that place is for. Hadget School of Pounding. Great place for Smiths. Oh, there's so much to see. Questions about the brochure. Sven. No face, I'm sure you know everything about this place.
Yeah, I know a good amount.
Sorry, I can't help but get excited. I love Brockheart.
I'm right there with you. I've been reading about this place for what feels like weeks. I'll take the full tour, but while we're on that tour, I'm going to pay special attention to any sort of botanical garden, herbarium, anything like that that has, like, I don't know, rare plants that might be useful.
As far as any sort of people who might tend gardens, I lack knowledge regarding that. I'm sure there is a guild here that pertains to that, though I know that there are some artisans, sages of the sort inside the higher district, possibly even within Little Crown, who might be advising the kingdom on those matters. Other than that, the city's very open and safe. You want to wander about, learn about things on your own? This is the best place to do it. The most inviting, hospitable, beautiful kingdom with every possibility imaginable, every guild you could want to join. If you ask around for a little bit, not even that long, I'm sure you'll get some answers.
For sure. I'm going to work my way through the
as Gale is going through his little shindig and all the shit he's saying, I kind of keep like tapping my foot and rolling my eyes. And when he finally is done, finally is done, and I can get like 2 words in, I wave and I go, "I'm off to see my girlfriend. If you want to meet me, I'll be at my guild." And I just walk off.
Ah, yes. Gnome Face's girlfriend, one of the sights and sounds of Brockheart.
Gnome Face,
You don't know her, I say over my shoulder as I'm walking away.
That was sarcastic.
Gnome Face, you proceed to walk forward. The knights standing at the gate give you a head nod and a salute, and you keep on walking in. Sorry, continue, Gil and Sven.
But as for the tour, Sven, I'll apologize if you want one. I'll have to postpone a personal one on my half. I do have to meet the king post haste. If you do want to meet me, just ask about the knighthood. Full meta, where is the knighthood located?
Good question.
Warriors District?
Put a square or put a circle around wherever area you want it to be. You can pick.
All right. You said a circle?
Sure, I'm assuming it's a group of buildings. It's not just gonna be one.
Yeah. I can go ahead and say I think the upper district is probably mostly guilds.
I mean, it could be the raised pike if you want it to be.
Where is that?
A raised pike. It's next to the little crown.
Oh, that looks perfect. I'll take that.
Alright. So you tell them it's the raised pike.
The Rise Pike, Sven, right on the higher district. The highest district, actually, right beneath the library.
I've read about that. I look forward to seeing that, but that's going to be, it'll be a little while before I work my way over there.
Yes, do take your time. Everybody has something to find here. I'm sure you'll find something that suits your fancy pretty quickly. Again, if you have any questions, ask around Rise Pike for me. I'll be making my way there after my meeting with the king. Or the prince, most likely.
I'm assuming after that, Gale decides to walk off.
Yeah.
The
big money.
The Michaels and the Smiths wave to you and thank you again for escorting them here.
Oh, you're such humble people. I forget you are there sometimes. Yes. Enjoy the sights and sound of Brockheart as well.
They also, they're like, thank you. We're looking forward to being here. We'd offer you something. You muted.
Thanks. I'm over here. The only one I can move is Wilhelm, so I'm gonna be moving him around, basically circling around counterclockwise and probably spiraling towards the center. Just to make sure I don't miss anything.
That's a big city to be walking the whole damn thing in one day.
Yeah.
Try moving your main character now.
Hey, I can walk. It's a miracle.
There you
go. Just gonna crawl forward slowly with your arms.
All right. No Face, you were the first to take off, so we'll go with you. You meander through the streets like as if it was yesterday that you were here. Nothing the streets are bustling like normal, and nothing really has changed. You approach the plaza that you're all too familiar with, and there it is in front of you. The inn. Is that where you headed first, right? Or the guild?
Yippers.
Okay.
In.
Well, and your eyes land upon the inn, and you feel a sense of
Motherfucker.
well, sure, you feel a sense of joy, and um, a calmness rush over you as you're actually back in Brockheart.
Mm-hmm. I take that. I go into the inn. I imagine Demi or her mother would be at the counter. Usually it's her mother, but with her dad being sick, I don't know which one it would be.
Yeah, so you walk in, and you take a second to like look around or that, and as you're doing that, you hear the familiar voice of Demi call, "Numbface!" Your eyes are drawn to where the sound came from. She ends up there's like a customer there, but she ends up like jumping over the side counter and runs to you and gives you a big hug. Like, oh, I have missed you.
I hug her back. I missed you too, dear. How is your father?
At that, you feel her kind of sink, and she like lets go and looks at you, and she's like, he didn't make it.
I look at her. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's
yeah. I go. I'm sorry to hear that. What the fuck? How the hell did I go from 260 to 280 in 3 seconds? Sorry, I'm going through my fucking emails, and it seems like they're somehow endless.
yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Well, I just don't check them ever.
Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah. Like I said, I apologize. I'm sorry to hear that, and I kind of like put my arm around her back, and I don't embrace her like she did me. I just kind of like I'm there showing solitude, but the highest I can reach is her back, so that's where my arm goes.
She goes, yeah, it's been a rough couple months, but it's my mom and I are getting through. Business is better than ever, so we've had that to focus on. Just miss him at this point.
Kind of nod, and I go, yeah. Before you left, I wouldn't have understood as much, but now I understand. And I explained to her the story of Donnie Danger and what happened to him and what I suspect happened to him and all that jazz.
I was gonna say before that, actually, you get to that point. Roughly right after she said that, or after your first line, the customer who she was helping is like, hello? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to get back to work. I'll come by later, and we can catch up.
All right, okay. I nod and I go, okay, well, I'm going to stop by the old bat, and then I'm heading over to the guild to check and see if they got all my renovations done. I'll meet you there later tonight. And with that, I give her a wave and kind of walk off.
She proceeds back to work, and she says, yep, of course, I'll see you later. And she goes back and tends to the customer. Gail, let's switch to you.
All right. So I'm entering Little Crown to speak with Prince Jeremiah. Well, let's start with me entering.
You enter like you always do when you come back to report. You walk up to like the secretary, and she greets you, and she's like, welcome back, Sir Glavinus. Whoa, brain lapse. Feel free to head on. Are you ending your nightly duties, or I assume you're here to report back after your mission.
Yeah, before I report to my knight commander, I do have some special missives and packages for the prince. The Burning Fist of Brockheart has succeeded in yet another mission and has many good things to
Is that
bring.
really your name?
One of my titles, one of many. The Black Fist of Brockheart, the Beautiful Fist. A lot of fists.
Oh my god.
Did you earn those titles
Yeah,
at the
you can tell
School of
who made up
Pounding
those
over
names.
she directs you to there's the normal way that the citizens get up to like meet with the king and the prince, but there's a side way that knights and people who work for the king get up one level. She directs you in that, and she's like, yeah, you'll have to speak with the person up there like normal. I'm not sure what he's doing right now, but feel free to head on the normal way.
Oh yes, the VIP route. I head on the way I'm used to going.
So you make your way up.